yet in the quarter. And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Ellis dishes to Turner. And here's Miles outside. Tries it again. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Puts up the baby hook. And it's Afflalo with the bucket inside. Afflalo's got 6 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Williams has checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. 1:39 left in the first half. Screen by Ellis. Hill loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Hill sets the screen for Ellis. Passes it to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Allen's got his first 2 points.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
And that one's good. Freak.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's Hill penetrating during this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them.
Makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And that one's good. Freak.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Pacers trail by 15. Pick up by Hill. Ellis outside. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Allen. And it's Freak with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Ellis. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so a pretty lot.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, fellas, way to come out with a real sense of urgency, rising to the occasion. I like what I'm seeing. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision-making in the second half. I'll give you a compliment, though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. And guys, I don't want too many of us under the glass at the defensive end. I want to be sure that we always have at least a couple of guys getting up court, ready to receive the outlet pass and get an easy bucket on the break. We've got a very clear job to do and only one half to do it. This is playoff basketball. I want everything you got.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1.
Some really terrific numbers for Freak. 25 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Pacers trail by 18. On the court right now for the Pacers, they've got Paul George. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Allen. And it's Turner in at center. And the basket by Hill.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And it's Freak missing. And Indiana shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Nobody near Allen. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Indiana shooting their first foul shot of the night. Freak with it. He's picked up by Hill. Freak kicks to Lopez. Pass to Freak. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Hill passes to Turner. And stolen by Freak. And now Afflalo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Freak throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard needed to run through Paul George. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris. New York leading by 15. Here's Freak. Trying to get open is Lopez. And again, the basket from Freak. Freak's got 32 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Now here's Stuckey. He's tightly guarded. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw, good. Stuckey. Green, he's checked in for Freak.
At the line for substitution.
Pacers trail by 16. Outside, George. The feed to Hill. Shoots. No good off the front iron.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Outside Hill. The pass to George. It's back to Hill. 5 on the clock. Indiana again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
From deep, George, and down it goes just as the clock hits 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Those are the ingredients you need for the recipe of buzzer-beating magic.
It's time to get away
we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. New York leading by 15. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. Freak in at point guard. Derek Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. George against Anthony, and George kicks to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Hill drives in. Again, missing Hill.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
That's his second personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for New York?
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
For the Knicks, Lopez, he's checked in for Porzingis. Iman Shumpert has come in for Williams. And it's Tony Roten in for Aaron Afflalo. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Lavoy Allen comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And it's Lawson in for Hill. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pacers trail by 19. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Stuckey outside. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now the dish to Roten. He feeds it to Anthony. He kicks it to Freak from deep three-point range. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside, George. They set the pick. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here's Lopez, and again, it's New York.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
Pacers trail by 20. Outside, George. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And the 3 off target. The Knicks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Wasted no time on that one. Freak's got 41.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And Lawson with the drive. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Thomas Robinson.
New York leading by 17. And Freak throws it down hard. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's
Smokes.
one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Outside Anthony. Freak with it, picked up by Ellis. Here's Porzingis, and there's another one for the Knicks.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Moment here now for an injury report. And now Doris Burke has an update for us on Iman Shumpert. Doris, what's the news?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. Hopefully, we'll still see him with his team this postseason. The team and us will be hoping for the best, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And for the team, they're going to have to make some major adjustments during his absence.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game one of the series for the Knicks.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for him in transition.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Hill, a screen on Anthony. Hill drives in. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lopez a screen. And a wide open look for Freak. Another shot, and it's Lopez laying it in.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Anthony dishes to Freak. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And the foul called on Freak. That will be foul number 5 on him. Lawson drives in. The stupendous finish in traffic.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Freak. It's off. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
We got to forget
and
about
time
that
now
one.
to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that will wrap up this round one broadcast of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson, and we'll see you again as the NBA playoffs continue.